Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Libra Sun and a Sagittarius Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs are compatible by sign. They are, as far as sign goes, they're sextile by sign, and they're both masculine. They're both extroverted and outgoing. Libra can be very sociable, Sun Libra sociable, congenial, amiable, and very about appeasing people. And Sagittarius Ascendant can be very gregarious, have a very positive, optimistic, upbeat, and expansive type personality, but will modify the Sun in Libra very strongly because Sagittarius Ascendant is a kind of personality that doesn't generally mince words and can be very blunt, outspoken, and forthright, to say the least. And they could downright demoralize somebody that might not be malicious, because Sagittarius Rising can often have a jocular and happy-go-lucky type of outlook and personality. But Sagittarius Ascendant is not generally not worried about mincing words, and they just feel that being forthright is the best way to go about things. However, the Sun in Libra can modify this to some degree, because Sun in Libra is about tact and diplomacy. So you have a little, the energies of both may be modified a little bit. But anyway, the thing about this is this could be that person that likes to that could be very, this could be a very kind of friendly type personality, somebody that is about, Sun in Libra can be about relationships, and Sagittarius Ascendant is really doesn't go about things and generally in a small way. So this could maybe even magnify perhaps that need of having those relationships, but do it in a big way. At the same time, the Sagittarius personality, the ascendant, it's going to make this person have a little bit more of a fiery temperament, a little bit more disputatious than the typical Sun in Libra. Now, Sagittarius Rising, we look at these. Well, let me go to this. The Sun's sign in a natal chart can represent the basic ones. And the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic ones. So Sun in Libra can be about partnerships, relationships, having justice, balance, peace, which could be a peace of mind as well. They often want to have that harmony in their lives. And the thing about Sagittarius Rising can go about having Sagittarius Ascendant or Sagittarius Rising. This is about, they could go about this in a very enthusiastic and exuberant type carefree manner, and they may pursue, perhaps they find the relationships, partnerships, maybe even in sports activities. Maybe that's how they do this, maybe through adventure, through their expansive optimism, and by seeing, trying to see the positive in others through this optimistic type temperament. And these Libra, and also the inner peace can be attained through this way. Justice is strongly connected, I believe, with Libra Sun once, and this could be done, well, let's put it this way: Sagittarius Rising being as blunt as they can be, if they see something where a justice is not served, and they will speak about it in a very loud and vociferous manner. And these Libra wants may be attained through a Sagittarian-like profession, such as something connected with sports, even in some isolated case, hey, archery, right up there maybe. Horseback riding could be something connected with philosophy, religion, being a professor, being a teacher. This person may bring the Libra Sun charm and the ability to appease others into the Sagittarian profession, perhaps. Now, it's important to look at the aspect that is made between the Sun in Libra and the Sagittarius Ascendant, as this could indicate how these energies may integrate and whether they do strongly or perhaps not. Well, let's take, for example, a sextile or semi-sextile. Now, a sextile is a major aspect and is positive and auspicious. So this could show a very good positive integration and blending of the Libra Sun and the Sagittarius Ascendant. And the qualities might be incorporated very favorably. Now, let's say the person has a semi-sextile aspect between the Libra Sun and the Sagittarius Ascendant. This is a minor aspect, but I call it slightly positive. It's still somewhat auspicious. It's just not as strong as a sextile aspect. Now, for example, let's say the Libra Sun is at 29 degrees and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 0 degrees. That would be an example of a semi-sextile aspect. The example I missed before with the sextile, for example, Libra Sun at 21 degrees and Sagittarius Ascendant at 24 degrees. That would form a sextile aspect, which is positive. Now, let's say you can have an out of sign square aspect take place between the Libra Sun and the Sagittarius Ascendant. Let's say the Libra Sun is at 1 degree and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 29 degrees. That would form an out of sign square aspect, which is adverse or adversarial. Now, you still have a compatibility by the signs, and they still may mesh to some degree because of this, but because you have to factor in if this aspect is adverse and negative, and it could cause, even if it could cause feelings of perhaps being misconstrued or misunderstood by others, because even if the person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, they may feel what they're projecting outwardly is strongly different than what is going on inside, which could cause some inner exasperation and tension because of this. Now, a semi-square, which is a minor aspect, can also take place. Let's say the Libra Sun is 17 degrees and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 2 degrees. That would form a semi-square aspect, which is slightly adverse, which is similar to what I described with the square, but only it's more modified and it's not as intense. Well, anyway, people, also let's look at the Sun in Libra and see what house it's posited in, because even though the Sagittarius Ascendant, at least outwardly, may cloak and camouflage the Libra Sun sometimes strongly, or at least to some degree, the Libra Sun energy may still come out at least somewhat prominently in this particular house that it's in. Now, let's say the Sun in Libra is posited in the 9th house. Well, you might see this charm, this real amiable, people-appeasing side come out strongly in matters connected with their higher education, or it could be even perhaps with in-laws if applicable, perhaps in their philosophical nature, or in things connected with religion, and say in their congregation if applicable. Now, and the energy may be dissipated a little bit because the 9th house is a cadet house, and the energy generally is not going to be as strong in a cadet house. Now, let's say the Sun in Libra is posited in the 10th house. Well, the 10th house is an angular house, and that the energy might come out, generally in angular houses, are strengthened and accentuated. Now, if it's in the 10th house, that's the house of career, status, and reputation. And these Libra qualities might come out strongly in that, and might express perhaps their artistic ability, perhaps in career matters, to some way, shape, or form, may show that tact and diplomacy in matters connected with this person. May show a lot of that mediation, I guess you could say that reconciliation ability in matters connected with their career and in other 10th house matters perhaps. Now, if it's in the Sun Libra's in the 11th house, this charm, this tact, this diplomacy, this amicable nature may come out strongly in matters connected with friends, with acquaintances, and it may come out somehow through even in their goals and their aspirations, which are 11th house related. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun in Libra and a Sagittarius Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the Sun in Libra and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.